Great, so welcome back. For the benefit of those who haven't been here all week, this is Ross. Hi Ross.
Hello. Stage fright.
Hello. Okay, Ross and I have just had a conversation. Ross has a situation that he'd like to deal with using this collapsing anchor pattern that I was talking to you about earlier. So what we're going to do now is Ross and I together are going to deal with the problem that he used to have, and at the same time as dealing with the problem that Ross used to have that doesn't have anymore now. It'll enable you to see this in action so you can go away and do it for yourself, okay? Which is great, is it not?
Yes.
Excellent.
Since I don't have it anymore, should I sit down? Or?
Well, now that you know you don't have it anymore, this is a waste of time. There you go, job done. I'll send you my bill. Okay, so let's let me just ask you a few questions, if I may. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Cool. Can I get someone to pass me a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen, please? Thank you very much, my beautiful assistant. Thank you. Oh no, it was you. Okay. Good. So, let me just think about this for a moment. You have a particular context, a particular situation which you experience,
Yep.
which causes you to go into an unuseful state.
Correct.
Okay. Now, for the benefit of you folks, we've had a chat about what it is, so I know what it is. However, we're going to run this content-free, okay? For two reasons. One is because that's how we'd like it to be, and the other is so you can see that this, how well this works without needing to know all of the detail. So let's just briefly ask a couple of questions. Can you put a label on this state that you experience that's not useful? What would you call it if you had to give it a word?
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Okay. You don't wear a watch. It's interesting, the second person I've worked with today doesn't wear a watch. Okay. Just going to talk to them for a moment. What was that?
Race day.
Race day. Why?
You don't follow the anxiety starts.
I don't want him going there, do I? No, of course not. Okay. Now, if we take this negative stuff and we change it, let me ask you a few questions, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What will be the positive impact on your life as a result of having made that change now?
I will. Well, one positive impact is that I will enjoy Sunday evenings better than I have done previously.
Apart from the telly.
Apart from
the telly, yeah. Okay. What will be the positive impact on other people's lives that you know?
Certainly, other family and friends won't get the kind of the angst that comes with that anxiety.
Right. Okay. Good. Any downside that we need to be aware of?
Can't think of any.
So this will have a positive effect on your life.
Definitely.
Make your life a better place to be.
Yep.
Okay. Is this then something that you really want to change?
Indeed.
Okay. I want you to think forward also in terms of having made this change now.
Mm-hmm.
The next time you interact with some of the people that we spoke about,
Mm-hmm.
okay, are you prepared for the change that will bring about in them?
Yeah.
You're cool with that?
Yeah.
He said that, yeah. Yeah. Okay, in that case, let's do it, shall we? Let's do this. So we've got this stuff that's not useful to you. What I'm going to ask you is to give me the 3 most powerful and positive states that you know now will counteract and remove that unuseful one so that it's gone.
You want to test my short-term memory?
Just your short-term memory. So it may be that you don't remember what we were talking about before.
I vaguely do.
It matters not.
I know one will be confidence.
Confidence. Let me just ask you a question there. You remember a time when you were really confident?
Okay.
No, more confident than that. You remember a time when you were really confident?
Okay, got another one.
Good. Okay, good. What's the next one?
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Now, bear in mind, just to talk to them for a minute again. You see what I have to work with? I have to keep explaining it. Bear in mind that the word responsibility in this context to Ross may mean something very different to what's going through your head when you think about the word responsibility. It's what it means to him. So, think of a time when you had that sense of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You got that?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet. Okay, good. Third one. Icing on the cake.
Changed my mind slightly from before. I was going to think of ownership.
Ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Ownership. That's got nothing to do with a second-hand BMW with 125,000 miles on the clock.
But if you've got one, I'm interested.
I reckon still. Fine. Well, okay. Ownership, and you can think of a time when you had that sense of ownership,
Yep.
and that's a positive thing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Good, excellent. Okay, just now, tell you what I'd like to do. As before, we used a knuckle. Okay. Which knuckle did you use in the last exercise that you did?
It's a good question because we only did it one way.
Oh right, okay. Now the truth comes out. So we find out who did and didn't. Okay. So I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like on this hand, or maybe this hand, to put the positive stack. So we can do it on this hand or this hand, because you've only got two hands to choose from. But whichever hand we put it on is the hand that's going to give you the most positive change.
Mm-hmm.
So which hand?
Probably the right.
The right. You're right. You're right. That's the one. Okay. So if it's this hand, can you just rest your hand like no? That's okay.
Well,
Just there. That's fine. Which one of these knuckles is going to give you the?
This one.
This one. You're sure it's that one?
Definitely that one.
Okay, can you just give it a shake? Okay, put it in. Right, is it still in the same place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's still this one, it's not this one.
Nope.
Definitely this one.
Correct.
That's the positive one.
Mhm.
Okay, good. So over here, if you rest this hand, we want one of these which used to be the negative one. Which one would that have been?
The ring finger.
The ring finger on the knuckle. Can you close the fist for me? That's it, great, because it gives me the pinpoint then. We'll do the same on that side. So with that one.
Yep.
Okay, forget that. Right, so, okay. We talk to these guys for a bit, okay? What we've got now is we've identified unuseful, we've identified useful, we've identified where we're going to put them. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start with the useful ones. Now, once I get into this, for obvious reasons, my focus is going to be here, okay? I can talk to you guys for a little while we're doing this side, which is the positive side. Once we get beyond there, my attention is all here. So as far as I'm concerned, at that point, you guys are not here for a few moments, all right? Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice with this one. You mentioned confidence.
That is.
Okay, so you can think of a time when you really experienced confidence. Okay, what I want you to do then is to think of that time. You can go into that experience with your eyes open or your eyes closed, it's up to you. Step into that experience now. See what you're seeing through your eyes. Very good. Hear what you're hearing through your ears. Feel what you're feeling in your body with that confidence. And if you want more, just double the confidence. It's that simple because it's your mind. Excellent. Good, so come back and join us for a moment. How's that?
Good.
You like that? Good. And it's still this one.
It is still.
Okay, good. So what was that?
Right.
Okay, so let's try the second one. We're just rehearsing at the moment, we're practicing. It's like kicking the ball against the wall before the cup final. Responsibility, that's a good word. You're already doing it, not yet. I want you to think of a time when you had this sense of responsibility. Yeah? Still an appropriate word?
Yeah,
Still a good word?
That's good.
Still a good state? Okay. think of that time, make the picture of the experience, step in.
Mhm.
Very good. See what you're seeing, hear what you're hearing, and feel what you're feeling. Responsibility. Right in there, good. Excellent, back you come. Good. So you're going to talk to them for a moment. Do you notice where he goes? Are you watching any of the eye movements?
Yeah.
Where does he go?
Kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic. So what's he doing?
Feel.
He's feeling it. Good. Excellent. They are listening. See, I told you they were awake. So, the third one was ownership.
Mhm.
That's a good word, isn't it? Ownership. So, you can think of a time when you had a sense of ownership.
Mhm.
How would you say it?
Ownership.
Ownership. That's it. Okay. Ownership. So, I want you to think of that time, make the picture of the experience, step into that picture, right in there. See what you're seeing through your eyes. Hear what you're hearing through your ears. And feel what you're feeling in yourself. Ownership. Good, okay, and out you come. So that's our first step in. That does several things. It gives Ross an opportunity to experience them. They still all work for you?
Mhm.
Good. Still all appropriate?
Yep.
Ecology check. It gives me an opportunity to see and calibrate the state changes. And the interesting thing with these is the state changes that you're calibrating here are much finer than they were on the first one that we did earlier on. Okay? Excellent. I want to just run through that again, okay?
Mm.
So notice what you notice when this happens. So let's pick the first one. You know how to do this now. This is so cool. Confidence.
Mhm.
Think of the time.
Mhm.
Step into the picture.
Yep.
See what there it is. See what you're seeing. Hear what you're hearing. Feel what you're feeling. This time, make it more. Make it bigger, brighter, more, whatever it needs for it. That's right. You to feel even more confidence going through you. Excellent. Good. And step out. Excellent. Brilliant.
I was enjoying that.
You enjoying that? Must try harder. Okay. What was the second one?
Responsibility.
He's got it. Okay. Responsibility. So think of the time.
Mhm.
Step into the picture. See what you're seeing.
Mhm.
Hear what you're hearing. Feel what you're feeling. Make it more. You're in control of this. You have responsibility for this. Make it more. Good, okay, and now you calm. Excellent, it stopped raining at last. Have you been outside?
Yesterday, yes.
Not today. I thought you were outside earlier, I came looking for you. I think you've got a room. Okay, number 3. What was number 3?
Ownership.
Ownership. So, same time, same experience as before. Make the picture, step in, see what you're seeing, hear what you're hearing that tells you you have ownership. Feel what you're feeling with this sense that you have ownership. This is a good and positive thing, and make it more intense, whatever it takes, make it more intense. Oh, likes this one too, okay, and out you come, good, superb, excellent. Okay, now is the time. I'm going to give you a choice now. Shall we stack these?
Mhm.
Right, let's stack these. So what I'd like you to do, is it okay if I touch you?
Of course.
Okay, I want you to just set your hand like so. Get ready. Right. So, here's how it goes. in a moment, but not yet. We're going to step into the first one. We're going to step into the first one, we'll see what you're seeing, you'll hear what you're hearing, you'll feel what you're feeling, and that confidence will grow. And as it grows, it will make it even more. And the more you have, the more you want, the more you want, the more you get. And as soon as you get there, you know what's going to happen, don't you? What's going to happen then is we'll anchor that on the spot. Once we've anchored that on the spot, we do the break straight. You know you've got the confidence, yes? Of course you do. Because having confidence is a good thing. Having confidence is going to lead to the success that you're looking for, isn't it? Excellent. Then we're going to do the same again. You're going to pick the time when you had responsibility. You're going to step into that picture, see what you saw, feel what you felt, hear what you heard. You can have as much of that as you like, because you're in control. You can make it more and more. At the appropriate time, we're going to anchor that one. Now, having anchored that one, you know that's going to add to what you already had, and that's going to take you forward to where you want to be, isn't it? Good. And then the third one is going to be even more, because that's going to be your ownership. The ownership added to the other two are going to be all that you need to get rid of the problem that you used to have, right? Good, excellent. So, let's do this. Ready? The word is confidence. Take the picture, step into the picture. As soon as you step into the picture, see what you're seeing, hear what you're hearing, feel what you're feeling. Now make it as intense as you're ever going to want it to be. Pump it up until you have got all that you're ever going to need. All the confidence that's going to carry you through everything that you need to do, every place you need to be. Good, excellent. Great, super. Okay, good. So, wow, that was quick. Like that. So, what was the second one?
Responsibility.
Okay, good. Just checking. You ready for that one?
Yep.
Okay, good. So make the picture. Step into that picture. Step into the picture. Now see what you're seeing through your eyes, hear what you're hearing through your ears. Feel what you're feeling in your body. Feel what you're feeling in your mind. You have responsibility. Responsibility. Now, make that whatever it needs to be to give you as much, that's right, as much, very good, even better, good, excellent, okay, good, fantastic. So, look at them all, they're fascinated by this, aren't they? Excellent, so what was the third one?
Ownership.
Ownership. Ready? Have the picture. Step into the picture. See what you're seeing through your eyes. What you're hearing through your ears. Feel the ownership. Okay. Feel it in your body. Notice where it is in your body. Wherever it is in your body, spread it in your body. Make it more intense. Make it as big as you want. Make it as bright as you want. Make it whatever you want it to be. Pump it up. Imagine you can turn a lever, and as you turn the lever you get even more, and as much as you're ever going to need. That's right. You got it. Now make it more. Good. Excellent. Good. So, come back and join us. Just give yourself a little shake. Okay, good. He calls that a shake. He calls that a shake.
Just follow instructions.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to test that, okay? Okay. So I'd like you to think of a time when you might be a little bit tense in the future. Only tense, not the other one, just a little bit tense. Can you think of that?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Might be something at work. Might be a meeting you want to go to or whatever. You thinking about that? Got that? Okay, so let's just see what you get. Okay. Tell me, is that enough?
It was about a third.
About a third, so you want more? Okay, let's make it more. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to fire that, and while I fire that, I want you to imagine that in your mind you have a wheel. Have you ever seen them open the lock gates on the canal? You know when you were running along the canal? Okay. I want you to imagine that you've got one of those wheels, and as you turn it, the lock gate's open. You know what happens when the lock gate's open, don't you? It all rushes through. Okay. So what's going to rush through there is going to be a combination of all of the three things. And I want you to keep turning the wheel until you know that it is not a third. It's not a half. It's not 3/4. It's not even 99%. I want you to keep turning that wheel until it's flooding over, until you know that it's absolutely more than you're ever going to need to get rid of whatever it wants to get rid of. You do that.
Try.
We don't do try here.
I will.
We'll do this one more. Can you do that?
Yes.
Let's do that. Okay, so you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so let's just fire this. Okay, now get hold of that wheel, turn that wheel. The floodgates open, and what's coming in? It's the confidence, responsibility, ownership, all rushing in, filling it from the third up past the half. Keep it going. Okay? When you know you have got enough, and not until you know, only when you know, then and only then will you nod your head.
That's good.
Good. Bit more for that. Okay, good. Excellent. So, oh, look at this. Must be tea time. It's okay. What was that?
It's a break.
That was a break state. It was a tea break state. Okay, so I'm going to fire it again, okay?
Okay.
This time I want you to tell me how much more than 100% you got. Ready? Ready? Got it?
Yep.
He's got it. Excellent. Good. So give him a little flex. Okay, now, what we have now is a stack. You've also seen how to intensify an anchor. Okay? How to intensify an anchor. That's a bonus for which Ross is going to send you the bill later. I told you you could make money out of this lot. Right, now what we're going to do now is we're going to do the next bit. Now this is the sensitive bit because now I'm going to set the negative one. So at this point in time, my attention switches fully to here, so I'm not going to turn around and ask you any questions about break states or anything else, okay? Absolute focus here. So, you ready for this? Okay, we're going to do this once, we can do this once only. And once we've done it, I'm going to ask you to do something unusual, okay? Trust me. We discussed a particular context. We discussed a particular situation which caused you to have this anxiety. Okay. What I want you to do now is I want you to step into that situation. I want you to see what you're seeing through your eyes, hear what you're hearing through your ears, feel that anxiety in your body. Got that? In you go. Okay, good. Back you come. Okay, I want you to get up and I want you to walk around the room and come and sit down. Okay? And all the time you're doing it, I want you to count down from 50.
You want me to get to 0?
No, just keep counting down, and when you get back here, you are wherever you are. Good, excellent. I'll talk to the rest of you, that's his break state. There you go, my friend. Okay, excellent. So, what we have now is we have the stuff that you used to have located. We have the stuff that's going to conquer it. Okay. So let me tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to now fire this anchor that will collapse the old one. So again, my attention is here. All I'm going to say to you is watch carefully what I do because I won't have time to explain it as I do it. Okay? You ready for this?
Yep.
Okay, and here we go. Very good. Okay, good. Thank you, go. Excellent. So, what day is it?
Thursday?
You going running tonight?
No, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? He goes running in the morning as well. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to test it, okay? What I'm going to do to test it is this. What have you got?
Bit of that.
A bit of that. Is that good enough?
Well, it's not bad.
Good, exactly. Close your eyes. Okay, what I want you to do now is this. I want you to just sit there and relax, and as you listen to my voice talking to you in my words or in your words, just understand that what you've just done is to collapse what used to be a problem. Now you go forward in your life knowing that the change has been made. You take that change with you. As you go from here this evening and you step out from this building, you will notice a change in the air temperature. That change in the air temperature will tell you that there has been a change in you as well. Later on in the evening, you may eat a meal. I don't know whether it will be the first mouthful or the second mouthful. One of those mouthfuls will tell you that you have a new taste for life. A new taste for life that comes because there's been a change made in you. At the end of the evening, I'm pretty sure you're going to want to sleep. As your head touches the pillow and you close your eyes, you know that you close your eyes on today, ready to open them on a new tomorrow. A new tomorrow because you have a new taste for life that comes from a breeze change that is settling in and making things different from you. Is it not? It is. Good. Excellent. Thank you. Open your eyes. Great. I think he deserves a big round of applause.